Everyone, welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. Of course, I am your host, the one and only, the often imitated, never duplicated, backyard superstar, Tim Vicious. So let's go and start up with this week's episode. This one wanting to change it up a little, wanting to do something different. And no, I am not going to do a heel turn, because I'm already a heel, so if I get any more better, I'm going to wind up getting wanted for death. And I already got a couple Final Fantasy fanboys looking to kill me because of some shit I said a few years ago. That's a story meant for another time. But anyways, this one, what I'm talking about with doing something different, I'm doing like a little review on Raw. Alright? So, I don't know about you guys, but this past Monday Night Raw sucked. And I'm not even trying to be nice on saying it sucked. I mean, more than a Tijuana crack whore on Nickel Night sucked. And you start off with, of course, like normal, with John Cena doing a promo talking about on how, oh, my Achilles is fine, I'm gonna be fine at the match. And then Ryback comes out, he goes and does his spiel on it, saying on how he's gonna beat him and that they're gonna have a last man standing match at Extreme Rules, which, by the way, the fact that the pay-per-view is Extreme Rules and it still doesn't have a Extreme Rules match kind of defeats the purpose of it, It's like doing the Money in the Bank pay-per-view without a Money in the Bank match. Or even yet, here's just an odd concept, having the TLC pay-per-view without a TLC match. It's mind-boggling. But anyways, other than that, the only things that wound up really that were any decent or good on the show were when Jericho came out and he was making fun of Mandingo or Van Dingleberry, which, by the way, he stole from me. I said that joke first. And if you don't believe me, look for a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago on one of the episodes. I don't remember what one, but I wound up calling him Van Dingleberry before Jericho did. So, while Jericho says he's got a whole bunch of wannabes, this time I got me a wannabe, and my wannabe is, my wannabe is kind of cool, so, I don't know, imitation is the best form of flattery, I suppose. But, again, sidetrack, get the ADD under control, man. Alright, you had Jericho cracking jokes at him, and then his Mandingo's match was pretty much bullshit, That wasn't any good. And then we got to see The Shield. That was the only other good thing in there. The Shield. They came out and they had their, what I think, I'm not 100% sure if they've had them any other time, their first squash match on TV. Because so far the only matches that they've had were tag teams with Hell No, Taker, the Super Friends plus Big Show, Hell No and Goldberg, Ryback. That's pretty much it. All the other ones that they've had are just pretty much were scheduled one-on-ones but wound up turning into three-man assaults. But, that was a good match, and the headlock driver Ambrose did at the end, that surprised me. I never saw that kind of move, even back when I was in the ring. And I know it probably has been done countless times. I may have seen it and just don't remember. I'm just saying I've never, but, all in all, that was a good match. And the way at the end that you had Ambrose just eyeing up Kofi's U.S. title, all that's definitely telling me is they're putting a lot of time and they're going to put a lot of time and effort into him and building him up to be the next great big thing, you know? And honestly, like I said before, Seth, he's going to be the big breakout star. Roman, he's going to be pushed like Batista was. Ambrose, if you followed Dean Ambrose, you know he's got a bit of an attitude, which is why, well, one reason on why I like him, you know, and as long as he keeps that under wraps, I see him going up higher than any of the current guys out there today. And by the way, hate to disappoint you guys, so here's spoilers. Ambrose versus Daniel Bryan on this Friday SmackDown. It's supposed to be really good. If you don't watch it, get a baseball bat, hit yourself in the nuts. Alright? Anyways, let's see, what else was going on that night? Other than that, you know, they wound up bringing up again the whole Caitlyn with the secret admirer thing. And all in all, that's just really getting kind of lame. Because, seriously, I mean, you're talking to somebody whose number you don't know. I don't know what the hell kind of phone provider she has, but I know firsthand, if somebody's sending me a text on this and it comes up as an unknown number, I can't reply back. So what the hell kind of plan does she got that lets her? And also, what in God's good name are they doing having Khali talk on there? The man needs frickin' subtitles underneath. And he's Khali, of all people, who looks like a reject that got turned down for The Hills Have Eyes. And if you've seen the movie, that's saying something, considering that he looks like something that was turned down to be one of those mutants in it. Yeah, but honestly, that and Jericho, The Shield, and Ziggler being out there were pretty much the only good things that were going on during Raw. You know, I mean, I can't really see anything decent else that's going on. I know they plugged that Jericho's going to be doing a highlight reel this Friday SmackDown, and you know, they just keep mostly doing like ads saying, check this out, check that out, and we finally in a couple weeks now, we got to see Wade Barrett come back on TV, but they did the same old with him versus Sheamus, you know, British versus Irish. You know, really, I mean, you guys wonder why there's so many stereotypes? I mean, good example on why the whole British versus Irish thing is way overplayed anymore. My one buddy out there, James Steele. He's from the UK, and I'm full-blooded Irish. You know? So no problems there. My girl Roxy, she's Welsh. I'm Irish. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Yeah, I'm just getting sick of the same old, you know. Instead of making the shows 80% story and 20% wrestling, here's an odd concept. Why not have the wrestlers do, I don't know, what's that thing? What's that thing wrestlers are supposed to do? I know I used to do it a lot. And I know I got yelled at a lot because I really didn't work the mic a lot. What was that called again? What was it? Oh yeah, actually have wrestlers wrestle! It's an interesting concept! What in God's good... Why would Vince McMahon want to have wrestlers wrestle? You know? I mean, the only good promo segment that they had, and I meant to bring this up, but I completely blanked out on it until now, when they wound up having Lesnar go and trash Hunter's office. And, oh, yeah, and I'll admit one thing. I tip my hat to the fact that they broke keyfab and actually had Hunter's real name up on his office wall instead of it being Triple H. Like if you rewound the clock to 2 or 3 years ago, they would have had it like that. They'd have had it saying Triple H, COO, instead of it having his real name with Paul Levesque. You know, but it's, you know, you had Lesnar trash his office, and then you got Heyman just standing there recording it like this the whole time, which, you know, who knows, maybe next time I'll go and I'll do it and I'll just have the camera here, have the camera like this next time, so that way you can get, that way, different side views, different view. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. Now you know what, fuck that, I'm good with what I got. Why change what's good, right? No need to fix what ain't broke. Alright, but, you know, you had Hunter come out, but probably one of the stupidest things that he said was that, you know, saying to Heyman that he doesn't know Extreme. Wait, really? The man ran the third biggest wrestling the third biggest wrestling promotion in the 90s. And you want to compare DX to ECW itself. Okay? Let's compare. Let's compare then. DX's most extreme moments. When they invaded WCW. That was good. Let's talk about ECW now, an extreme moment that they had. There was the barbed wire match Sabu and Terry Funk had, where Sabu had to get over 100 stitches in his damn bicep. Let's see, what else? An extreme moment for DX now. When they had them pee on the Disciples of Apocalypse motorcycles. I'll give them that. That was a little crazy for that time. You know? Let's talk about what ECW. There was, you know, the fact that you had, that they brought Lucha Libre style wrestling to the US. You know, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have had Rey Mysterio, Juventud Guerrera, or Eddie Guerrero, or Chris Benoit, or Dean Malenko. I'm not saying Chris or Dean were luchas. I know Eddie did lucha, but you can't mention one without bringing up the other three. It's just insultive to the Three Amigos. But, you know, and let's see, another extreme moment DX did. I really got nothing. Alright, let's talk about an extreme moment that ECW had. There was when they made the storyline of the Dudley Boys breaking Beulah McGillicuddy's neck, and actually have their women actually go toe-to-toe with guys. How often have you seen that on, how often did you see ECW, or how often did you see DX do that? Go ahead, take your time, I can wait. No? Nothing? Okay. Oh, guess you ain't got it. Oh well. Anyways, that's about all the time that we got for this episode, so let's go and get into some shout-outs now. Before I go and do the shout-outs, make sure you guys do the normal things. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, look for me on Twitter at TimVicious. Hate to break it to you all, but I know I said in the season premiere I had Tumblr, but I wound up having to get rid of it. I don't get a chance to really use PC, so I mostly use my phone for all the internet, and it was sucking up too much battery. So I had to do a choice between using that for the show and yeah, had to. Anyways, look for me on Twitter at TimVicious. Like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me get the dyslexia in order. Alright. Make sure you follow all these cool ass cats right here. KCat26, my brother from another mother, the dude that I wound up bringing up earlier, James Steele, JX2001, that Roxy girl. Both of them, James and Roxy, are both on YouTube, the JX2001. He'll be coming back with another video soon enough. Smart ass dude, really good videos. Make sure you check him out. Roxy, she's got her show, Roxy's Room. Make sure you check her out. She's good with doing her opinions on the show. _ it's V-Bitch, my girl, my Irish sister, Vicky. Vicky, for the love of God, get back on here soon. Because honestly, I don't think I can carry this all by myself. You know, I need you on here. You know? Alright, anyways. I am Danny Sunday. My boy Danny, like I said, next big thing in wrestling. Bucky Morris, Charmaine. Charmaine, she's got a good podcast, Brit Wrestle Chat. Good show, a lot of good insight into British wrestling. Helen Robinson 82, Meow _ Cakes. Jerry Soriano, Team Custom Made. Cranky Asshole, Stacy Impact W Fan. And again, Stace, if I was over there, I would have gone and done wrestling school with you, because I'm sick of getting called up. I'm sick of being told I'm just a yard tard because all I did was the backyard stuff. Legion Lady Aaron and Legion of Nerds. Make sure you guys also check out legionofnerds.com. Alright, also, I didn't bring it up at the beginning of this show like I did the past two, but also look for Simply Sabrina. Make sure you talk to her on how she's helping raise money for a youth advocacy program. You know, she's offering incentives for donations, and any kind of little bit will help. And if you ain't going to be willing to want to try and do that, then it's going to also follow with the end of one of my most infamous sayings. If you love me, great. If you hate me, fuck you.